Can't lie, that was like one of the best decisions that I ever made. If you want to get your tickets to ZIMFEST, I'm your guy. Everywhere that I was invited, I made sure that I had to attend. Even if it's late in the night, I made sure that I had to find my way there. A small get together or a movie night or a small motive, I was there. I then got a job. I was in an intimate relationship with fast food. First year of university, the time where we're introduced to a whole new world that we didn't even know existed. The time where we become semi-independent and realize the tough world out there. First year. It's a very interesting year. And on my part, it happened in 2020, but that's when I started university. I came from Zimbabwe and I came here as an international student, and I won't lie, it was not easy, but nevertheless, I'm here. I survived, so that's a good part. So now, today we're going to be talking about Alright, hi guys, how are you doing? As for me, I am a-okay. So, today we are going to be talking about my first year as an international student in the UK. On my part, I came here in 2020 and right now it's 2023. So, I've always wanted to make this video for quite a long time, but then I just didn't have time. Okay, I'm lying. I didn't have time, but then I was just lazy. Because I actually don't have an excuse. But nevertheless though, so on my part, like when I was applying to this school and when I got the position, right, the first thing that I did was to go on YouTube and search about this university. I didn't really quite find many videos from a student's point of view of how this university is like and how university life is basically, you get. Because obviously when you go to a new place, you want to find out as much as possible about the new place before you even get there. It's just basically human nature, or basically I can say it's happy fit nature, because that's how I'm like. I want to find out what I'm getting myself into. So on my part, I didn't really quite find many videos, which then prompted me to wanting to make this video to just give people like sort of a low-key exposure of what university life is like as an international student. But in as much as some people may try to run away from it, it is different from local students, unfortunately. But anyways, that's a story for another day. So on my part, I came here in the UK in September of 2020, but when I arrived, I went to Manchester. So imagine coming from Africa, which is extremely hot, to Manchester of all places. Yeah, that was not comfortable. That was rough. The cold, it was killing me. I was having frostbites. Okay, I'm lying. But anyways, it was extremely cold though. So yeah, the first month I spent in Manchester, but that's where my aunt stayed. And on my part, I can't lie, it was quite a good time because Manchester, it is a beautiful city. And I also got to go to Old Trafford and Manchester City. And regardless of that, I hate Manchester United with my whole heart. Which is why it is breaking my soul that Mason Mount, of all the places to go to, he decided to go to Manchester United. Snake. But anyways, that is a story for another day. So yeah, I arrived in Manchester, then I stayed there for a month or so. Then in October, that's when I came to the university. Both international students, I think we come like 2 weeks before everyone else. So sort of like just get a feel of UK life in like basically the uni life of some sort, you get. So we came like 2 weeks before everyone else. And when I arrived, it was lockdown. So basically, I always say to myself, I came during the worst possible time to go to a university, to a new university in a new country, which was during lockdown. Because obviously during lockdown, no one wanted to go outside. No one wanted to see anyone new, you get. And also coming from a new country, you'll be expecting to see new people, you get. And it was just very unfortunate because it was lockdown. So basically I spent the first 3 months in my room. The only people that I was in contact with were my roommates, and they were cool and all, but then obviously you'll be expecting more when you come to the university, you feel. So anyways, yeah, the first 3 months it was kind of hectic, I can't lie, because obviously there's Freshers Week, which did not happen for us, you get. Everything was online. So Freshers Week online, that just sounds weird because everyone would just be weird online because no one knows the other person, you feel. So that was rough. So yeah, September, October, November, it all passed by. Then December, that's when my birthday was. So fortunately, me and my flatmates, we got along very well, and then they planned like sort of a birthday surprise for me, which I very much appreciated. Whoa, English. My English bundles are running out, which I very much appreciated. So basically from September up until December, nothing hectic really happened because it was mainly lockdown, you get. So then in December, I wrote my exams, and please don't let anyone fool you. University, it is not easy. Because when university is being advertised to you as a high school student by other university students, you think like it's just a party. It's like party 24/7. School is sort of like a side hustle, you feel. That is not the case. University, it is not easy. And as for me, I was studying engineering, and it is not for the weak. So yeah, that's that. And I think like during those 3 months, the best thing that happened was basically shopping. But fortunately, I knew where to get my things. I knew where Asda was. I knew where Coop Food was. And Coop Food, it had almost everything, but it did not have everything. But that was before I knew of the God-sent supermarket called Audi. Audi is just very convenient. That is a convenient store. Both for us students, the prices, they are just magical. But then in the living crisis that we are in right now, that is not the case anymore. But nevertheless, that is a story for another day. So yeah, I then went home for Christmas. Then I stayed there for quite a while. Then unfortunately, it was supposed to be 2 weeks, but then it became 2 months because the lockdown restrictions, they were intensified. So I then spent more than I was supposed to at Oxford, you get, which was low-key uncomfortable because obviously you'll be thinking that you were supposed to be at university and then doing everything online when you're not at university. It is hella uncomfortable, you get. Because me, I'm a person whereby when I'm home, I'm home. I don't want any school things when I'm home. So it was like very uncomfortable, but nevertheless I survived because I was staying with my sister as well, which was quite cool because she was giving me haircuts which were horrible, but nevertheless we just had to find a way to keep my hairline sort of fresh, although right now it's not the best, but nevertheless. So when I came back now to the university in March, that's when like sort of things were popping. But the one thing that I then realized, activities in the UK, they are mainly controlled by the weather, you get. Because when it's winter, nothing is happening. I think the only interesting thing is like winter wonderland, if I'm not mistaken, but other than that, nothing very much happens. During the summer, that's when all the activity is, because that is when the sun makes a cameo, you feel. But in March, that's when like sort of the sun was starting to come out, and I was seeing like almost everyone was outside. Then I was like, yes, this is what we're talking about. It's now starting to feel like a normal university. So on my part, I was going outside like sort of often, but obviously I didn't know anyone. So I just go outside, then just start walking about, just hoping that someone's just gonna be saying, oh yeah, come and chill with us, blah 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 and whatnot. And unfortunately, it did not happen the first few days up until one fortunate day. So yeah, on this particular day, something just told me to go outside. I actually didn't want to, because I was like, you know what, I can't just be going outside then just start walking about, then come back to my room because of the social anxiety. But on my part, I would like to say I'm a social person, but social anxiety kills me sometimes. You get, like when you're like within a group of new people, I cannot say a word, but I just be thinking like, what if I say this and it's wrong, blah blah blah. Yeah, social anxiety can do that to you sometimes. But then anyways, we're fighting against it, but I can't lie, social anxiety, it hits me like during the first few minutes of a big gathering, but then as time goes on, I just smooth into being an extrovert, you get. So it sort of works out. But then during that time, the social anxiety was like at its peak, because I was in a new country, I didn't know anyone, and I had a thick accent as well. But obviously when you go to a group of people, you try to be like them, but then with my accent, it was never gonna work. Because imagine like a Zim accent saying in it. Even me saying in it just sounds weird. In it. Wagwan, bruv. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, so anyways, so fortunately on this particular day, I was just chilling by myself. Then the girl, she just came to me and said, you know what, do you want to come and chill with our friends over there? I was like, yeah, no problem, cool. And I can't lie, that was like one of the best decisions that I ever made, going with them. Both basically opened the floodgates to sort of my social life at this university. Because when I met those people, I then met other people, then met other people through those people, then met other people through those people. It then just became a chain reaction of meeting other people. And then fortunately, through that same group of friends on that day, that's when like one of the girls who was there, she then told me like about being an RA, which we'll talk about in part 2 of this video, because it is quite interesting, because being an RA low-key changed my life at this uni as well. So anyways, fast forward, so like during that time when I met those people, I then like sort of got their snaps, because somehow oddly enough in this country people use Snapchat more than WhatsApp. In Zimbabwe, Snapchat was just like for filters, like literally pictures. You take your picture, save it, post it on WhatsApp. But then here's a different country, the main social media platform when it comes to talking like sort of every day, it is Snapchat. On my part, I did not know that. So yeah, I then like sort of took some people's snaps and whatnot. Then through their stories, I was starting to see like, oh okay, this is like what happened to this uni, blah 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 and whatnot. So on my part, I then told myself, you know what, anywhere where you are invited, go. No matter what, make a plan to go. And that's what I did. Everywhere that I was invited, I made sure that I had to attend, you get. Even if it's late in the night, I made sure that I had to find my way there. But I was like, you know what, that is the best way to meet people, because other than that, you can't just be in your room chilling. So I vowed to myself that I was going to attend everything, and boy did I not. I did. So anyways, through that, I then started like sort of meeting new people, and I became confident within myself. But some people found me interesting, mainly because of my accent. You get, because my accent, it is very thick, it is thicker than peanut butter. And I'm pretty sure like most of you watching right now, you actually can't really tell what I'm saying, because either I'm talking too fast or my accent is just like too thick, or it's a combination of both. But anyways, that is a sort of another day as well. So anyways, yeah, through that I started like sort of meeting new people, blah 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 and whatnot. And I went to like a lot of events, be it was a house party or like just a small get together or a movie night or a small motive. I was there. I went almost everywhere, but I was like, you know what, you never know who you meet. So I can't lie, if you're like a first year at your university, or even like in general in life when you're going to a new place, just attend almost everything, because you honestly never know who you meet. You might meet your wife, you might meet your husband, you never know. But anyways, I would suggest like just attend everything, because that's the best way to meet other people, you get. So on my part, I attended like almost all the house parties I was invited to, then saw some familiar faces, then just talk to them, blah 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 and whatnot. And I also learned like a little bit about sort of the dating culture in the UK, because I can't lie, it is hella different from Africa. Because in Africa, there's no such thing as a talking stage. Nah, in Africa, you see someone you like, tell them, they tell you if they like you. If they don't, it is what it is. Then they tell you that they like you. Then you guys go on a few days, then boom, it's like low-key official as time goes on. You become exclusive quicker than in the UK. Both in the UK, I feel like some people go into talking stages for like 6 months. What else are you talking about? 6 months talking stage. I don't know. Me, I can't. I don't know. Me and my personal, I don't know. My personal maximum is like 3 months or something. But anyways, that's me. That's me. You feel? So yeah, through that I was like sort of learning more about the UK culture and how things work over here. You get. So it was quite good, like just attending almost everything that I got myself into. So yeah, as time goes on, I can't lie. Attending just flat parties, it was not enough. So I then got a job because I wanted to make money. You get. Because what I realized in the UK, you have to work for experiences. Like money just doesn't like just fall from the sky. You get. If you want to experience something, or if you want something, you've got to work. And that's the one thing I mainly respect about children who are raised here. Both by the time they are 16, they're already working. You feel like they are already finding out like what they need in life, so then they work for it to get. And for that, I respect them. So on my part, I then did like the job which almost every international student does, which was care work. On my part, it was horrible. It was horrible. But then it's the thing of whereby it just is what it is. That's the thing that I could do, you feel. So then like started doing care work. It was horrible, but then at least what got money, you feel. So then through that I then started like sort of going to London, like sort of having different experiences. But on my part, I chose to use university mainly because I wanted to experience things in London, you feel. But on my part, I can't lie, during my first year I was mainly chasing experiences because I was new. I did not know anything in the UK, you feel. So I can't lie, I feel like one of the main things that made me survive at this university in my first year was basically just going everywhere where people were. I would just go no matter if I didn't know anyone. And during that time as well, that's when I started like sort of going to the gym because I was getting fat, I won't lie. But that's when I was in an intimate relationship with fast food. Yeah, both on my part, I'm a foodie, it is what it is. But then I was eating McDonald's like there's no tomorrow. I was eating KFC like there's no tomorrow. But the thing is, back in Africa, there is no McDonald's, you get. So me, I was going at it, you feel. So then through that I got fed. I was like, you know what, we have to do something about this. Then I started like going to the gym, but then it didn't work because it turns out like when you go to the gym, you have to do like sort of specific exercises for specific things that you want to fix. Me, I was just going to the gym just for the sake of going, which actually didn't make much sense now that I look back at it. I then started going to the gym, and also like through the gym I started like sort of seeing other people as well. Because you then realize like university is a very small place. But someone that you may see here, you may then see them there as well. But some people that I was seeing like just around, I then saw them in the gym. Then just have small talk, blah 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 and whatnot. When it comes to working, I was basically killing myself because I was trying to be as independent as much as possible, you get. Because obviously when you go to uni, you try like sort of to move away from your parents as much as possible when it comes to finances, you feel. Of which on my part I have like sort of this other toxic trait of wanting to be too independent. It's actually very dangerous, but anyways, I'm working on it. So I was like sort of working like endlessly, just like sort of to get money for myself so that I don't ask anyone else for money, you get. Then yeah, during this time, that's when I met Phoenix, and I'm pretty sure like most of you have seen him on this channel quite a lot of times, because it's basically the reason why I'm speaking into the camera right now. Because he's the person who like really introduced me to social media. He's the one who convinced me to do TikTok, because initially I didn't want to do TikTok, because back in Zim, TikTok is cringe. I didn't even want to do anything with it. But now it's like sort of the main platform that I like sort of produce content. So you know what, for that, Phoenix, I truly appreciate that. So that's when I met Phoenix. Then through Phoenix I then met other people, but they sort of organized this thing for the launch of their PNI Agency, which is basically a networking agency which introduces you to other creators who you may collaborate with, you feel. So yeah, that was during the period I met Phoenix, and then through Phoenix I then met other people as well. And then during that time, that's when like sort of they were kickstarting their agency. So they then hosted a launch party which I then attended as well. But like sort of an opportunity to meet other creators. So like they were singers, there were other TikTokers and whatnot. And I can't lie, on my part, obviously I was anxious because I did not know anyone. But then it was like sort of a good moving out of your comfort zone, you feel. So anyways, through that I then met other creators as well, which I then collaborated with in the future and whatnot. So yeah, it was actually good vibes. It was good vibes. It was actually a good experience. So yeah, through that now I then met other people as well. Then it just like sort of became a chain reaction of meeting other people and other people. So in essence, just attend anything which happens. This is what I advise as a person who's just finishing university. When you start university, just go everywhere. Any event which happens, just attend. Then as time goes on, you start sort of like screening or like filtering the events that you want to go to. You now know like what's for you and what's not for you, you feel. So on my part, as time went on, obviously I started like filtering as well, like knowing, okay, this is my vibe, this one is not, you get. So yeah, my first year basically ended with me going to ZIMFEST, which was a great experience because it was the first of the trilogy of me going to ZIMFEST, because I went that year, then I went last year, and I'm going this year as well on 29 July. And yeah, by the way, if you're Zimbabwean, and even if you're not Zimbabwean, if you want to go to ZIMFEST, just click the link in my description and then get your ticket. But I suggest like get them now when they are still cheap, because you know like on the the day they'll be mega expensive. So yeah, if you want to get your tickets to ZIMFEST, I'm your guy. Just click the link in the description, then get your ticket, you feel. But anyways, so yeah, my first year then ended with me going to ZIMFEST, which is basically like sort of wireless, but then for Zimbabweans, you feel. And I can't lie, on my part, it was like a very great experience, because you know, like when you're homesick, then you go like to an area whereby like people from your home country at every corner. It was a good vibe. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, that was basically the end of my first year. So in essence, I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm going to make another one about my second year, which was very much more interesting and was more of a roller coaster than my first year, because yeah, a lot of things happened in second year. That's when like I really felt the effect of university, you feel. So anyways, with that in mind, guys, I truly hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, till next time.